Hey guys, Jamie here, keeping it koi. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. Hope to earn your subscription today. So as you can see by the title, today I have been neating in the electrics, and I've also had a delivery this morning of a new light that I'm going to be putting up for the pond and garden. Now, it's supposed to be a really good light, but we will see. We will see. In fact, I'll show you it now. It's heavy. It's heavy. So this is what I've ordered. I've set it all up ready to install. It's on 3 separate cables, so theoretically you could put a separate line and a separate light switch on each one. But I've joined them all together so they all work off the one switch. But as you can see, it could either be one giant floodlight. Got that one up a bit tight, so they can all face the same way, or you can angle them wherever you want. Now my plan with this light, and the reason why it's kind of set like that, is this is going to sit directly above my pond, and I'll show you where in just a second. And this light facing down will be shining dead on top of the pond. This one is going to be shining into the garden, and this one is going to be shining back into the pergola where I'm sitting now. So theoretically the full garden should be lit up, and it should give the pond a real nice light. So without further ado, I'll spin you around and show you what I've been up to. So as you saw in the last video, I just put 3 new plugs, or 3 new double plugs up on there. But what I've also now done is I've unwired the Blagdon switch box and moved the pump for the main pond into here. So that's now one less cable going around the garden. I've also removed the control box for this off the front of the drum, and the wireless controller unit, which is now down there and there, because the cables were coming out from down there, round from there, up from there, and then back off to the plug. So they were everywhere. They're now all just tied up together on a hook and a screw down there. All the other cables are all wrapped up and coiled in a couple of piles down there. I've just got one more cable to try and do something with, which is the air pump, but until I do something with that, I'm not too sure where I'm going to put it or tack it as yet. But the cable now for these plugs is going to go under the ground there. Thank you for the person that gave me that little bit of pipe. And then as you can see, it's coming out at the bottom of the filter house, if I can get over there, down there, goes under the ground there, comes back up, and if I can get round there, it's then all tacked all the way along, tacked along the back of the bench on the pergola, and then, oh, my foot stuck, there we go, yeah, back along the pergola, and then go back in here, goes in down there, back into the house. But yeah, you can see it's all tacked along the bench there, lots of tack, some black, some white. It's all I had, but I've used up every single tack I've got. So yeah, the Blagdon switch box is no longer needed at the moment, but it's not going up for sale because I'm going to use that for the little pond over there when that gets built very soon. But yeah, I'm going to move the light that's currently up there, and I'm going to use the cable and electrics for that. This bit will be replaced, or at least painted or something, just because the cables came in the back, and yeah, I couldn't fix it to the wall because the cables were in the way, so I used them 2 bits of wood to get that. But as you can see, I think I've still got it plugged in at the minute yet, so that's on there. So I'm going to extend this cable along the pergola, under there, round there, and then this light, in fact let me put you down for a second, hold on. Yeah, so this light is going to fit on there, like that. So that one's going to be shining back into the pagoda, as I said. This one's shining straight down just in front of the pond window, so we can see the fishies at night. And then obviously the front one here is facing off into the garden to light up the rest of the garden. So that's the plan. I'm going to go turn that light off now, get it extended, get this fitted up here, and then get it on and see if it works. So I will snap back to you, or in a bizzle. So I've got one end in, I'll spin you around. So there you go, that's that now attached to the the cable I'm going to use to extend it. Basically it's the old cable that used to be on the Blackburn switch box, so we'll be, knock the camera over, will be plenty big enough, strong enough, etc, etc. Now, I am no qualified electrician, so I'm not going to give you advice on how to do any electrics, because my only advice would be contact an electrician. But I just thought I'd show you what I'm using to attach the lights. Found them in B&Q, of all places. Now, obviously, anyone that deals with electrics on a regular basis will probably know all about these, but I've never seen them before, and thought, what a fantastic idea for anything pond related. Connect two cables together. The size of the cable you can actually fit in these is extremely large. I've put or tried it on my pond wire that I bought, which I think is about 12mm thick, around 12mm diameter out there, and that fits in them holes no problem at all. But obviously you put one end in one side, one end in the other, and tighten it down, and it's a fully waterproof, as you can see, waterproof seal, and they're actually outdoor IP68 rated, which means it's fully waterproof, and as it says there, it's suitable for below ground electrical installations. So if you're ever burying cables in your garden for your pond or whatnot and need to join bits together, take a look at these. They're not the cheapest things in the world, I think just short of 10 quid, £9 something or other. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that. Right, I'm going to carry on and get this light up. And there we have it, guys. That's all now done. I'll spin you around, show you what it looks like from the from my view. So there it is. So as I say, we've got this light facing in at me at the pagoda. And this one facing directly down at the front of the pond, so I can see them all through the window, and then obviously the front one facing off into the garden. So that's all up nicely. Got the cable coming through the wall there, and it's just pinned all the way along, tripping over me drill, goes under there, obviously the waterproof joint there, and that was the existing cable that powered the old light. Also, just a little tip as well, this is my old halogen light that I've just taken down. As you can see there, 230 to 240, 50 Hertz, max 150 watt with an IP rating of IP44. Well, it says max 150 watt. Many moons ago I changed the bulb in this halogen light. It's just a standard halogen light. Looked up the bulb I needed and then searched for a LED one. Searched for an LED one, and yeah, I think that's about 6 watts that one now ran at, but I bought warm, you know, the warm light instead of white light, and it was never that bright. So yeah, upgraded now to that one. And the moment of truth, and there you go. Is it going to affect the camera if I ever out here recording at night? Yeah, look at that, typical. Well, as long as I don't shine it at it, we should be alright. And there we go, now I can see all the fishies at night a lot better. Obviously I've still got my solar powered spotlights, which work quite well. They're not going to come on until it's dark though. But now I can step out the house, put the light on, and the pergola is all lit up, so won't be tripping over. I just have to go and sit on my space on the sofa and make sure it's not shining in anyone's eyes, because obviously the wind is right there. Might have to tilt it down a tiny bit, but that's easily doable. Let's have a look from this side. Spin you around again. Yeah. It even allows you to see the step on the bottom there. Obviously it goes down another 1.5 feet into the deep dark depths, and the light generally doesn't probably get behind there. We'll come around this side and have a look. Probably just going to get nothing but glare now from the light. Yeah. Too glary. Yeah, it looks right, doesn't it? Sorry for the flickering. Let's just get a side shot. There you go. Yeah. Bit of an unusual spotlight, but you can see the angles of the beams that it's giving off there. So yeah, hopefully should light up the rest of the garden as well. What I'll do is once it gets dark, which looking at the light now probably be in about half an hour, I'll snap back to you again and we'll see how much it lights up the pond and the garden all at night. Yeah, fry doing good. They're probably going to want some more munchies in a minute. What's the temperature? 12.4. Yeah, we'll give them a little bit more today. But yeah, I will snap back to you guys when it's dark to see how much this lights up the garden. Snap back to you in a bizzle. Right, so we're back. It's dark. It didn't take too long. It was only about another half an hour, 45 minutes. You probably can't see me. You can see my shadow just about. So that's how dark it is in my garden. Obviously that's going down to the bottom of the garden there now. So let me spin you around and we'll flip the new light on. So there, we're looking at the pond. That's what I see at night when there's no lights on at all in the garden. And as God once said, let there be light. So yeah, I've got that one obviously shining back into the pergola. So that lights up the pergola nicely when we're walking out to feed the dog at night. And you've got the one facing down at the pond. That's lighting up the pond nicely. And then you've got the one there facing out into the garden, and that's lighting up the garden very, very nicely. So that's working an absolute treat. It's a very powerful floodlight, 300 watts, 100 watt per light. And as you saw earlier, it's got 3 individual wires, so you could wire them up all individually, or have them all on the same run like I've done. So yeah, 300 watts, quite a costly and powerful LED, but as you can see it lights up the whole garden in one, and it's only on for when we bring the dog out to take the dog out for a wee at night, or when I come out to feed the fishies. So speaking of feeding the fishies, they haven't had their evening feed yet in the main pond. I have just fed the guys in the net, and they've just ate most of their food. But let's see if these guys want their last meal of the day. They're probably a bit spooked because they've not had such a bright light on the pond before. As soon as one comes up, they'll all be up. Maybe if I go stand by the window. Well, don't come to me, it's all over there. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this light yet. I'm sure they'll get used to it. No, I think I've spooked them. Oh dear. Never mind. As I say, as soon as one comes up, they'll all be up, but you can certainly see the fishes at night now though, can't you? See all the waste on the bottom of the pond down there? It won't be there in the morning. Look at them all trying to get into the net. Look, your food's about to go down the skimmer, go get it. No, well I was hoping to show you I'm having a feed, but they're more interested in trying to eat the food inside the net. Oh well. No, it's all going to end up in the skimmer. I'm going to go skimmer fishing in a bizzle. Oh no, I think that them few over there have realised there's food up there. Yeah, they're munching now. Some of it's going to end up in the skimmer, but what can you do? Got Mr. Sulky down here in the corner. Focus. Here he is, Mr. Sulky. He weren't sulking yesterday, but he is today. Get him out and give him a scrape in the next couple of days. Don't look like any is going down the skimmer. Looks like the big one at the back's going to grab it before it. No, he's missed half of it. And it's down the skimmer. Never mind. I'll go fish it out in a minute. At least I can see what I'm doing now. Right. Well, let me spin you around. Haha, and you can see me as well. Whoop, whoop. Well, that's a bit flickery. There we go. So yeah, electrics are done. Lights up. Job's a temporary good one, I guess. Yep. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video again. If you did, give us a thumbs up. And yeah, we'll catch you all on the next one.